NFL fans, it's time once again for the PFIve. My name is Bryan Davis, and I am taking you through the National Football League heading up into Week 1 with all of your NFL teams, all 32. And today, we finish up the NFC North with a very interesting team. It is the Chicago Bears. They have brought in the prized free agent coach. He is offensive coordinator from the Detroit Lions. Ben Johnson will lead this team, and he is number 1 in 5 things you need to know about the Chicago Bears. Ben Johnson led a Lions offense that led the league in 2024 with 28.2 points per game. He's been the OC of this great offense for 3 years, and many teams wanted him. Jacksonville, Las Vegas, everybody was pining for the services of Ben Johnson. The Windy City called, and they got him. So, Chicago Bears, you now have a team that is looking to establish a culture of accountability and integrity. And they are in a very tough conference, and they want to get confidence from getting uncomfortable. That's what Ben Johnson is all about here. Will he have the personnel, though? That's the thing. He does not have the guys that he had in Detroit, but he is growing a team. This is number 2. Caleb Williams started all 17 games as a rookie, but could he go ahead and bounce up with the services of Ben Johnson as his head coach? Now, 17 games as a rookie, fantastic. He was up and down, though. 62.5% completion percentage. He had 20 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. So that's something to go ahead and look at. He also had 489 yards on the ground. A lot of people said that he had a bad rookie season. I know his team was 5-12, but Caleb Williams is up and coming, and I think the union with he and Ben Johnson is going to be really tough and really good. Now, he has some receivers to go to. The receiving group is strong. Rome Odeyingbo is there. Moore is there. You also have Luther Burden, and Luther Burden was a top pick out of Missouri, a very tall guy, very tall receiver. Also, Colston Loveland is their top pick, their number 1 pick from the University of Michigan. He is going to have some weapons, so that is going to be something to watch. But number 3 is even more important. Will Caleb Williams have the protection he needs? Well, this was the number 1 thing they needed to rebuild in Chicago, and it's the offensive line. Now, the Bears led the league last year with 68 sacks surrendered. That is not a good thing when your rookie quarterback has his face in the dirt all season long. So they brought in Joe Thuney via trade of the Kansas City Chiefs. Jonah Jackson, also from the Los Angeles Rams. Those were guards to bring in. They signed center Dan Dalman as well. And they have a rebuilt interior offensive line, and that is going to be very important for this year. Number 4, it's the defense. Dennis Allen, former head coach, very tough player, brought in some guys that he needs to go ahead and get the job done. He also has Montez Sweat, Jalen Johnson, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards as well. He is one that always has an attacking, aggressive defense, and they will be something to watch to help balance out this team. Number 5, Chicago Bears are only favorites in 6 of 17 games, and they have one of the toughest schedules in the league. However, they're also playing a 4th place schedule, though, so some of the other teams that they're playing will be, well, those 6 games that they're favored, they're going to have to take advantage of all of those and win some games they're not supposed to. But that's fine in this league, and with what Ben Johnson promises, Caleb Williams, the upgraded offensive line, and the great wide receiver room, throw in a tough defense, they could be on the rise in Chicago in 2025. That's 5 things you need to know about the Chicago Bears. My name is Bryan Davis. Make sure you check out Pro Football Insiders, PFI, for all of your National Football League needs. Thank you so much for the PFI. My name is BAD, and we have two things to say to you. Go football!